Well, TDIF, how is everybody this good day? Hello, Maria. Hello, CW, CJ, and Sister Jeannie. And Orestes, he contacted me. That's good. And anybody else who is joining. And welcome also, I forgot to mention yesterday, the new subscriber, Joel. What an accordion player. Love it. It was, listen to his YouTube channel. He played a tarantella. Beautiful. And so today is Friday, April 19th, 2024. And we're going to talk about another vice of beginners in the dark night of the soul, the sin of anger. And why does it come about? What's the cause? So let's get right into it. In nomine Dei, matronam nostra, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Let us place ourselves in the presence of Dei matronam nostra, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, and in Catholic contemplation humbly adore the Trinitarian Theophany. For those of you who would like to see how I excuse me, do a Catholic contemplation, I did make a little video of it while I was in Florida, and it is available on my channel. Most Holy and Venerable Trinity, Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, all in one. I believe that thou art here present. I venerate thee with the deepest humility, and I render to thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to thee. O Trinitarian Theophany, relying on thine infinite goodness and promises, I hope to obtain the pardon of my sins, the help of thy grace, and life everlasting, through the merits of Deum Iesum Christum et Deum matronam nostrae. O Trinitarian Theophany, I love thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, because thou art all good and worthy of all love. I love my neighbor as myself for love of thee, and I forgive all who have injured me, and ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Let us thank the Trinitarian Theophany for the many graces that we receive, and offer ourselves and our sufferings up to Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. O Trinitarian Theophany, I most humbly thank thee for all the favors thou hast bestowed upon me to the present moment. It is again thanks to thy bounty that I should live to see this day, and I desire to employ it solely in thy service. I consecrate to thee all my thoughts, words, actions, and sufferings of this day. Sanctify them, O God, Trinitarian Theophany, that there may be none that is not animated by thy love, or that would not tend to thy greater glory. Let us make a firm resolution to avoid evil and to do good, and let us beg of the Trinitarian Theophany the graces which are necessary to us. O Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, thou knowest my weakness, and that I am unable to do anything good without the help of thy grace. Deny me not thy grace, proportionate to my necessities. Give me strength to avoid everything which thou forbiddest, to practice the good which thou hast commanded, and enable me patiently to bear all the trials which it may please thee to send me. O Deum matronam nostrae, I place myself under thy protection. I throw myself with confidence into the arms of thy compassion. Be to me, O Mother of Mercy, my refuge in distress, my consolation in suffering, now and at the hour of my death. O most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I am heartily sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all my sins, because I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell, but most of all, because they offend thee, O most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, who are all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to confess my sins, to do penance, and to amend my life. Of the imperfections wherein beginners fall in respect of the sin of anger. By reason of the concupiscence which many beginners entertain for soulful delights, their possession thereof is most often accompanied by many imperfections of the sin of anger. For when the savor and relish in soulful things is at an end, they naturally find themselves without force and soul. And this uneasiness makes them bring their ill humor into ordinary occupations, and wax angry at trifles, and at times even they become insufferable. The which often occurs after they have experienced a most delightful and sensible abstraction in prayer. For when this gust and relish are over, naturally the body is left peevish and dull, like to the child when he is taken away from the breast he was enjoying to his heart's desire. In the which physical satiety, they, if they do not give way thereto, there is nothing to blame, only an imperfection which must be purged in the aridness and conflict of the obscure night. Of this sort there are also other soulfully minded people who fall into a different kind of spiritual anger, which is to wax wrath against the sins of others with a certain restless zeal, criticizing them, and at times impelled to scold them sourly, and this in such a way as if they had made themselves proprietors of virtue, all which is contrary to soulful meekness. There are others who, when they perceive their own imperfections, get angry against themselves, and that not with humility, but with such impatience as they were fain to become saints in a day. Of these, there are those who propose much and make mighty resolutions, and as they are not humble and are overconfident of themselves, the more resolutions they make, the deeper they fall, and the angrier they get, being too impatient to wait until the Trinitarian Theophany shall give them sanctity at the Trinitarian Theophany's own good pleasure, which is also contrary to the aforesaid soulful meekness, and cannot be radically cured save by the purgation of the dark night. Although some shew so much patience and proceed so slowly in this matter of wishing to improve, that the Trinitarian Theophany were fain to see less in them. Okay, that's going to be it for today. That's a short one, but that gives you the idea. And it's so funny because as I'm reading these, I'm seeing myself in this process, and it's good. It's good to see that you go through these, and then you you realize that you've moved past them. Thanks be to Deum Patrum Nostri et Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. So tomorrow we'll talk about the imperfections in respect of spiritual gluttony. It's a little bit longer. And again, I'm going to make that call out for anybody who has an interest in becoming a priest. Let me know. Good news is I have had one person respond. So I'll keep you posted as we progress. And is that Orestes joining us? Yes, good day. And Greg, hello, Greg. I chatted with Greg yesterday. One of my East Coast. Deum vobiscum, quoque apote. Oremus. O God, the Creator and Redeemer of all the faithful, grant to the souls of thy servants and handmaids the remission of all their sins, that they may obtain by loving prayers the forgiveness which they have always desired, who livest and reignest with thee, Deum Patrum Nostri et Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, forever and ever. Suscipe Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum hanc immaculatum hostium, quam ego indinius famulus tuus offeriti Deum meum vivum et verum, pro unem inhibidibus peccatis et offensionibus et negligentis meis, et promnibus circumstantibus sed promnibus fidelibus, cata locorum vivis aquae defunctis ut mihi edidis proficierat salutem. Deum qui humanae substantiae dignitatem mirabilitur condidisi et mirabilis reformastu dat nobis, perihus aquae finimistinum eis divinitatis, esse consortis qui eminitatis nostrae, fieri di notis is patriceps Deum Iesum Christum Filium, qui tecum vivit et renat, in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Offerimus tibi Deum calicem, salutaris tuum depacantis clementiam, ut in consuetu divini majestatis tuae, pro nostra et totius mundi salute, cum adoris suavitatis ascendat. Et spiritu humilitatis et in animo contritus suscipiamur te Deum Iesum Christum, et sec fiat sacrificium nostrum in consuetu tu hodie, ut placia tibi Deum Patronum nostre et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Veni sanctificator. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et sanctificite blata prosequendo, et accepere hoc sacrificium tua sanctum nomini preparatum. Suscipe Sancta Trinitas concobrationum quam tibi afferimus a momento passionis, resurrectionis et ascensionis Deum Iesum Christum. Et in honoram Deum Patronum nostri et Papa Peter Sanctorum et Istorum et Omnium Sanctorum, ut idis proficiat ad honorem nobis autem ad salutem, et idi pro nobis intercedere in inter celis, quorum amore magimus in telis pedinum Christum Deum nostrum. Orate, ut meam ac vestrum sacrificium acceptabile fiat per Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Suscipia Deum Iesum Christum sacrificium de manibus tuis, ad laudem et gloriam nomini sui ad utilitatem quoque nostrum totiusque ecclesiae suae sanctae. Deum vobiscum, quoque apote. Sursum corda habemus ad Deum. Gratias agamus Deum nostrum, dinibit justum est. De egito clementissimi matere pater, Deum Patrum nostre, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per Deum Iesum Christum Filium tuum, Deum nostri, supplices traslamus ac petimus. uti acerta habeas et sanctificas hic sanctam sacrificium ilibata. In primis qui tibi ferimus pro ecclesiam tuum sanctum catholicum quam pacificare custodire honore et regere dignidis toto opiterarum atque catholicae. Memento Deum famulorum caetorum. We pray for the sick and the suffering. We pray for Katie, Gage, Clarette, Neil and Earl Lively, Maria Josephina Mose, Mark Jr., Henry, Benedict, Barbara Santa Croce, Casey, Amble Tink, Mr. Nobody, John Cahill, the Cantu and Duarte families, Maria and the Lineweber family, the Dasco, Nye, Tafour, Began, and Wolf families, Alex Tafour, and baby girl Began. We pray for Mr. Nobody to receive the funding and strength needed to complete the first Sedevacantist Catholic Council office in Monastery of Illinois. We pray for an end to all governmental allowance or sanctioning of abortion, transgenderism, transhumanism, child abuse, child trafficking, human trafficking of any kind, anywhere, place, or time. We pray for the establishment of a Catholic monarchy with a sound Catholic system of labor, human value, and medium of exchange. We pray for courageous men to step forward as leaders of this Catholic society, to stop all forms of usury, and to establish peace and joy with the Trinitarian Theophany as its head. We ask that quote-unquote gay marriage be banned, and a reversal of the feminist ideology, and a return to godly femininity. We ask that women cease working for Freemasons and corporations everywhere for all time, and that men learn trades and be able to support their family so that they can live comfortably without having the women, the wife, the children work for these troublemakers. We ask Dea Matronam Nostra et Emisum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. With this rosary and with this Mass, we ask you to destroy the satanic document of Vatican law that is the Jewish Talmud. We ask you to destroy Rome and the Vatican and transfer the authority of the Catholic Church to Fatima, Portugal. We also ask that you save or transfer the souls from under the dominion of any Jew or Freemason that gives support to Israel, and make them fall to the worst part of hell with no chance to ever escape. We also thank you for hearing our prayers and holding off the Third World War as they have planned it so many centuries ago. We also pray for wisdom on how to prepare for food and grow our own food and raise our own animals, because the food now is being contaminated with harmful products to change our inner workings. And we also ask for the elimination of all harmful radiation waves in our air and in our homes, close down any gateways and portals, and return any demons that came through back to hell. All these things we ask in accordance with God's holy and divine will. Et omnium circumstantium quorum tibi fides cognita est et nota devotio, pro quibus tibi ferimus verque tibi afferentox sacrificium laudis, pro se suisque omnibus pro redemptione anamanum suarum pro spe salutis et economitatis suae, tibi qui redum fota sua aeterno Deum vivo et vero, communicantes et momum venerantes in primis gloriose semper Dei Matronum Nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et beatorum martyrium torum Papa Sancta Petri, et Sancta Lucia, et Sancta Jacinta, et Sancta Francisco, et Sancta Juan Diego, et omnium sanctorum torum quorum editis precibus quae concedes ut in omnibus protectiones tuae monum et exilio per innum Christum Deum nostrum. Quam oblationem tu Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum in omnibus consecratum acceptabilum quae dineris ut nobis corpum, et sanguinem fiat dedictissimi filium tuum Deum Iesum Christum, qui pridie quam pactoretur recepet panem sancta sacrabilis manus suas, et derivatis oculis in caelum ante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum suum omnipotentem tibi gratias agens, consecravit fredidique lumnis sui dicens accipite et mondocate ex hoc omnes. Hoc est enim corpus meum. Simili modo postquam ceremonia est, accipiens et hunc preclarum calicem in sancta sacrabilis manus suas item tibi gratias agens, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, consecrave dedique lumnis sui dicens accipite et bibite exo omnis. Hic est enim calix sanguinis mei, mysterium fidei, quae pro nobis et pro multis effundetur in remissione peccatorum, et quotes cum perficitissime mono facietis. Unde et memoris Deum nos servitui, sed plebs tua sancta iustum Christum filium tuum, Deum nostre, tambe et passionis nec non, et ab infedis resurrectionis, sed et in celos gloriosi ascensionis, offerimus preclare maestati tui tuis donis actatis, supra quae perpetuo renuvotur respicieri digneris. Supplicis te ragamus, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, ibi hec per fide per manus tuum, ut quod, ex hoc altaris participationis sacrosanctum Deum Filium tuum, corpus et sanguinem subsenimus, omni benedictione celesti et gratia, omni sanctificatione celesti et gratia Dei per amor per Deum Christum Deum nostri. We pray for those who have died, and we especially pray for Joseph Hunt, for whom this Mass is being offered. Ipsis Deum et omnibus in Christum crescentibum locum refugere lucis et pacis ut odo gesta proclamor per Deum Christum Deum nostrum. Per quem hic omnia Deum Iesum Christum semper bona creas, sanctificas, vivificas, consecratis et prestas nobis. Per ipsum et cum ipso et in ipso, est tibi Deum Authorum omnipotenti in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, omnis honor et gloria. Ave Dea Matronam Nostrae, gratia plena Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum tecum. Dea Matronam Nostrae, Materam Deum Iesum Christum, misericordia nobis, peccatoribus nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Libera nos, quae sumus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, ab omnibus malis, praeteritis, praesentibus et futuris, et intercedente, beata gloriosa semper Dea Matronam Nostrae, cum Papa Petrum Sanctorum et omnibus sanctis da propitius pacem in diebus nostris, ut opi misericordiae tue aduiti et peccato, simus semper liberi et ab omni perturbationis securi. Per eundum Deum nostrum, Iesum Christum Filium tuum Deum nostrum, qui tecum vivet et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per aeternam. Pax Deum Iesum Christum sit semper vobiscum et quoque apud te. Ecum ex Deo consecratio corporis et sanguinis Deum Iesum Christum, fiat cipientibus nobis in et salutem aeternam. Pax tecum, equoque apote. Deum Iesum Christum, qui ex voluntate Dei matronam nostrae, cooperante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per mortem tuam unum vivificasti, libera me per hoc sacrosanctum corpus et sanguinem tuum abolibus in dubitatibus meis, et universis malis, et fac me tui semper inhalare mandatis, et in separare permitas, qui cum meo dem Dei matronam nostrae, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum vivis et regnam aeternam. Perceptio corporis tui Deum Iesum Christum, quod ego in ninius sumere presimo non mihi proveniat in iditium condonationem, sed pro tu pietate prosit mihi et metem et corporis, et adam et elam percipianum qui vivis et reinas, cum Deum matronam nostrae, in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Panem celestum accipiem, et nomen Deum Iesum Christum invocabo. Dea matronam nostrae non sunt dignius, ut anticipate meis in tanto verbis aeternam mea. Deum Iesum Christum non sunt dignius, ut anticipate meis in tanto verbis aeternam mea. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum non sunt dignius, ut anticipate meis in tanto verbis aeternam mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Quid retribuam Deum Iesum Christum, pro omnibus quaeritud mihi, calicem salutaris accipiem, et nomen Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum invocabo. Laudans invocabo Deum matronam nostrae, et ab inimicis meis salvus ero. Sanguis Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Quod ore sumpsimus Deum Iesum Christum. Puramente capiam et immunine temperae fiat nobis remedium sempiternam. Corpus tuum Deum Iesum Christum, quod samse sanguis quam petae reficere meis apresta. Ut in me non remeniat celera macula quem pura et sancta reficere sacramenta. Deum vobiscum, quoque apud te. Oremus. May the prayer of thy suppliants profit the souls of thy servants and handmaids, we beseech thee, O Deum Iesum Christum, that thou mayest free them from all sins and make them sharers in thy redemption, who livest and reignest with thee, one Trinitarian Theophany, forever and ever. Deum vobiscum, quoque apud te, ite miseas Deum gratia. Placia tibi sancta Trinitam obsequim servitutis mea preso ut sacrificium coroculis tui majestatis, in inus optoli tibi sit acceptabile mihique et omnibus, procubus idut optoli sit miserante propitiabile Christum Deum nostrum. Sanctificat vos omnipotens Deum, Matronam et Filium et Spiritum Sanctum, Deum Matronam nostre et Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gratias. My Trinitarian Theophany. I believe, I venerate, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not venerate, do not hope, and do not love thee. Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany. Deum Matronam Nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I venerate thee profoundly, and I offer to thee the most precious body, blood, soul, and divinity of Deum Iesum Christum present here in reparation for the outrages, sacrileges, and indifferences from which he is most offended. And through the infinite merits of his most sacred heart and the immaculate heart of Deum Matronam Nostrae, I beg of thee the conversion of poor sinners. In nomine Deum Matronam Nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gratias. That concludes today's Mass. One thing I've got two inquiries about is why I'm using my left hand to consecrate and do this. So to let you know, I am using my right hand right now, okay, honestly. So when I do that, it may appear on the camera to be my left hand, okay, because it's the flipping of the image of the camera. But I can tell you that I am using my right hand, because people are like, what? You're using your left hand? As if that's the only thing that they need to worry about. But in any case, for the beginners, we welcome you, and we're very patient with you as long as you are express some form of humility. Learn about the virtues, Catholic virtues, and practice them, and say your Rosary 150 every day, 2, 3, 4 times a day. Okay, if you have the grace that God gives you to have the time for that. And if your mind won't let you, then you have to practice improving your health, okay, because the health has a definite impact on the mind. So again, people have heard me talk about the parasite cleanse. Begin there. And if you need help with that, I can help you too there as far as products that I have used that have worked tremendously. And we thank you. We hope you have a great day. Please go and sanctify all those who you meet, and we'll see you tomorrow at the same time.